And we are live. Awesome. Sorry we're always late, everyone. The internets are being jerks to us these days.
I really thought I was gonna I had all my stuff plugged in, ready to go. I was like, I'm not gonna have any technical difficulties this time, and then the internet acted up. So whatever.
It's the nature of it all. Like anytime you have something planned for a set
Yeah.
time, everything will go great until set time.
Yeah.
But hey, we're only 3 episodes in. Like we have the rest of our lives to get this down.
That's
So maybe between now
true.
and like
We're
the end of time, we'll have better internet.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Looks like you're still cutting out a little bit on me, but we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna hope for the
Oh, okay.
best.
Okay.
So, in
Maybe
case
it will be
anyone
just
didn't
better than it was.
hey, I'll take better than it was. I don't need perfect. We just need
Okay.
to small improvements, right?
Yes.
So, for anyone who's watching this and did not catch the previous, let everyone know who is Casey Oxendine.
I'm a coach at Dedicated Health. I've been there full time for like 6 months now.
Awesome, awesome. And how are you liking it?
I love it. It's so much fun.
They're required to say that because I'm their boss. I gave them an extra $5 just to say that for me. Stroke my ego. Well, the topic of the day is anxiety as it relates to the gym. And personally, I have not experienced this, but I've had and worked with multiple clients who has, including Casey, because Casey was my client back in the day. And I was one of their first experiences with a coach and a gym environment. So, can you explain to me a little bit about that? Like some of the fears you might have had, or some of the things you were worried about encountering when you first started up with me?
So definitely just being in a new place. So I wasn't familiar with it. Like my first fitness experience was in like a Zumba class with my friends. So like there were already people I knew there.
Mhm.
And then I worked out at Planet for a little while, and I would go super in the early in the morning. Um, and so it wasn't super busy. So I was coming into a new place, new people, and that was definitely a part of it. And then I would also say just like not having been to the gym in a while and having exercised in a while, just being around other people who maybe like had been doing it for a while and I guess quote unquote took it more seriously or were like experienced lifters per se.
I get that. I could see how that would be kind of intimidating, especially if you're not new, if you're new to that environment and worrying about what anyone would say. Is my voice fading in and out for you? Someone just made a comment saying that it did. Well, their voice just vanished altogether.
A little bit, yeah.
Ah, dang it.
Like I can
Okay.
still hear you. You just get like quieter.
Odd. Odd. That is a technical difficulty on my side that I'm going to have to figure out. Thank you, Facebook user, for letting me know about that. um, I might just need a new microphone. I'm not entirely sure because this has been happening quite a bit. I know it's got to be a setting, but I don't know what setting it is, so it's kind of confusing. Uh, well, while Casey tries to reconnect here, I've had this experience with others who's actually had quite a bit of anxiety about coming into the gym. One of my close friends and clients, I won't say their name, but I've been with them for over 3 years now. And before they came and see me, they told me that they actually went out to their car, came like they like walked to the door, went back to their car, got a little bit closer, went back to their car. Like they stopped themselves from coming in like 3 or 4 times until finally they just like took a deep breath and just ran inside and forced themselves inside. So anxiety is real. Like, and there's a lot of people who struggle with this to the point where they haven't even started on their fitness journey just because they are so anxious about that first day, that first experience in the gym, in the new atmosphere. And it's something that I know that really holds a lot of people back. So that's why we want to help out with it a little bit. and hopefully Casey will be back. They are the expert in this matter for sure. Um, I personally, it's kind of a different experience for me because I was just brought up in the gym environment, so it wasn't really. I never thought of it as a scary place, but I have had many clients tell me that when they first start, it can be. And I don't know what their three tips for you are, else I would let you know. So as soon as they get back. While we're here, does anyone have any questions or concerns or anything they're dealing with? Do you guys have any experience with gym anxiety? And did you make it through it? Any suggestions you can give for people to cope with that? If so, please drop them in the comments with a name, because it just says Facebook user for me. So everything you post is anonymous for me. Looks like Casey's slowly coming back for me here. This is the fun part about doing lives, is you never quite know if something's going to work or not. It's always like a Russian roulette game of maybe this will be good, maybe it won't be. We won't actually know until the very end of everything. So that's kind of the nature of the beast. Please ask Cultist to stay in the call. So seeing if there's anything I can do. Sorry, I also just got done being a little bit on the sick side. So I haven't really... they're gone completely. I'm all by myself. Unfortunate. Well, hopefully they'll be back on soon. But I'll continue on with the topics. I have some suggestions. Hopefully I'm not stealing from their suggestions. But some of the suggestions I have if you're dealing with gym anxiety is familiarize yourself with the kind of environment that you're going into. So this kind of day and age, there's access to all kinds of media everywhere. So if you go and look up like gym reels or motivational gym videos, stuff along those lines, that look for people that kind of fit what you're trying to achieve, to try to psych yourself up for that kind of environment. That I know has helped a couple people that has dealt with gym anxiety. So finding YouTube videos or even TikTok videos, things along those lines of people that you can relate to going through the experience that you are going through is always a very helpful hint and something that could help you quite a bit as far as like familiarizing yourself with that location. And if the gym you're in question has content out, like YouTube content, stuff along those, going in and watching that content can help out quite a bit too. And Casey's back.
And if the gym...
Yay!
Hi, Casey. Oh no, you're fuzzy again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
And you're gone again. Amazing. My internet says that I am stable. Interesting.
What?
Oh no, you're fuzzy again.
Unfortunate, but I can see and hear you for this time being.
Okay.
I feel like we need to just rapid fire your three things.
I know. Lord. Okay.
So, due to the unstableness of our internet, we're just going to jump to the main course of tonight. Casey, what is your 3 tips for overcoming gym anxiety?
So the first one I have is to take a tour of whatever facility you're going to. So I know that at Dedicated, you can get set up with a time for someone to take you around the gym, show you where everything is, get you familiarized with the space. So that way, that kind of lessens that anxiety of it being a new place. If you've already been in there before, met, one or multiple staff members, and you can go around and see where everything is, really get familiar with it, get comfy with it. The second thing is to work with a trainer, which is what I did. So when I was going into DH for the first time, I took advantage of hiring Josh, took advantage of Josh, if you will. And so that gave me someone that I was working out with. He made me learn how to build a world. He helped me learn like proper form and safe form. And that really eased a lot of my anxiety again about like not being an experienced lifter, coming in and having someone who already knows what they're doing show you what to do and how to for you. I would definitely also take advantage of like join. So at Dedicated, we have the boot camp and the intro to strength class. It still is being around new people, maybe, but it's a smaller setting. It's a private setting where you're just with you and your group, and it gives you the option to meet people who have the same goals as you and usually are beginners too. And even when I have new people coming to boot camp, I pair them up with someone who's been there for longer. So it's like an automatic friend or buddy. It's like having a built-in workout buddy in class. So hiring a trainer or joining a class are both really good options. The third one I have is to bring a friend to the gym. So like at Dedicated, if you come and get a membership and find that like can't really get yourself to get out of the parking lot and go in, find a friend who's willing to go with you. And our gym and pretty much all gyms offer some sort of day pass situation. So if you just want to say like, hey, come in and work out with me, you don't even really need to do much. I just want someone there with me. That way you have a safe person with you in this new space that maybe feels a little uncomfortable to help you get more comfortable with it. And I know what Dedicated, like, even if there are people in there who I wouldn't necessarily like call like, oh, my best friend, we're going to go hang out after this. I'm familiar with them and I feel comfortable talking to them at the gym. So for a long time at DHE, over time, I met more and more people, and even working there have met more and more people that I've seen around. I'm familiar with them. It helps make. And those are my 3 tips.
Awesome. So make sure you have someone to be there. So set up an appointment, basically. Take advantage of any free services. And bring a friend with you. I love all 3 of those. Those are awesome. The other thing that I mentioned while you were away was trying to engage with the gym or facilities content so you can get a feel of the layout and the environment and the culture of the gym ahead of time, making sure that it's a good fit for you. And just having some kind of heads up before you walk in the door kind of gives you at least a little bit of a less anxiety. At least it would for me.
Definitely.
Whenever it comes to new things.
I think whenever I meet with a new person and I'm showing them around the gym, I always point them to DH's YouTube page, because not only do we have the how-to videos, like I feel like it's like watching some of our other content really gives you like a good like idea of like our personalities, our culture at the gym, and what we're all about.
I completely agree. And you get to see John being goofy, which is always awesome. And Shane just as a zombie. So Facebook user says, I can say for me, everyone at DH has made me feel comfortable, keep my goals on the forefront of my mind, and having a supportive group is key. I 100% agree. And even with the 3 tips that Casey just gave us, the underlining important value is the support. So support in any degree is what's going to help you handle any kind of anxiety. So making sure that you have someone that you can either bring with you or even just talk to in a therapeutic session will always be number 1 and up and foremost whenever it comes to dealing with anxiety, because most anxiety cannot be handled alone. And you can develop coping skills for it, but to develop the coping skills, you need someone to help you with that. So at least that's how I foresee it anyway. I don't know if Casey's the expert on this, so maybe you can chime in that a little bit more.
Well, anxiety always, there's always when we're dealing with, it's not maybe necessarily the gym, it's being around large groups of people, fear of the unknown places. So having people there in your support group or your support circle who can help you kind of dig through that and figure out, you know, like what really is the problem here, like what makes me anxious in this situation, is really key. And like you said, you know, those support people will help give you the skills to overcome that.
100%. I would not be where I am if it wasn't for the wonderful people that support me and help me do what I do in fitness or just in overall health and life in general, because support is very important. We are social creatures. We need support, no matter how much the internet tells us we don't. Well, on the flip side of this, I know this is one of our shorter lives, but our internets are being jerks, and my microphone is also being a jerk. So we are going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you for everyone who's watching, and if you need any help or any support getting started on your fitness journey, feel free to ask one of us. We are here to help you out. We do offer a free first-time session along with various other ways to break that anxiety and barrier of entry. So we are here to help you, and feel free to reach out anytime. Until then, stay dedicated.